get this screen share. So yesterday we started with the WDS, the WSUS. You guys started to, I don't know why people got confused on this part. Maybe I just didn't word it correctly. But yesterday was you will manage your Q-test bench and deploy a clean install of 2012 R2 from WDS onto your Q-test bench, which for me says you're going to install 2012 R2 from a WDS onto your Q-test bench. I don't know why a bunch of people tried to install WDS on the Q-test bench. Name the new install of Windows Q-TestBench-2 in both Hyper-V and computer name in Windows. So that means in the Hyper-V manager, change it from Q-TestBench to Q-TestBench-2. And then when you get done installing Windows, you go in there and rename it Q-TestBench-2 in Windows for the computer name. Because we can't have another computer that has Q-TestBench because we just reinstalled it. So when I go and check in your Active Directory, I should see a Q-TestBench and a Q-TestBench-2 under computers in there. When you have successfully deployed WDS, screenshot it. So when you install it, it says successful. Even you can take a screenshot of actually deploying from WDS to TestBench2. Also, that proves that it worked. When you have successfully deployed WSUS, screenshot it and set up GPOs on Q-TestBench. So when you have successfully deployed WSUS Screen, screenshot it. So when you're done installing, it says successful and it says to complete this, click this. There's more tasks to do. When that's done, when you open it up, that kind of shows that you've deployed it. Now, if you've successfully deployed it, then when you set up connect it to 410-SLS or online, it should just say starts grabbing updates, which seems to be working now. So set up GPOs. So let me just go right here. I'll just add that to it in case that's confusing. And I'll put that over on the other one. Last, you need to set up the GPOs, well, on your test bench so it's actually looking for updates from that. Will this work? It may or may not work. You have to approve them and you have to make sure it's got to be fully done updating. I would suggest to do that last because that's going to take up a bunch of space you don't have. All we need to see is that it says it's looking for GPOs and that it's managed by the administrator and that you can't change the settings on it. It's already being managed. And then the real last one, because I said last before, but the last one is setting up GPOs that will help you secure the Q-test bench too, and write down what you chose and how they worked. So I put a thing in the chat, but let me do it again. So right there should help you. Remember, you're doing domain group policies and you're not doing local group policies. That video is local group policies, but they're the same thing. You just got to do it on the domain level instead of on the local level. So again, you guys can work with each other. You can help each other. You can do stuff with each other. You can use YouTube, Microsoft Docs, books. Everything's a resource except me. So that was on day one. So submit everything in one doc and name it first, last name, dash, hands-on pop quiz number 2. So this is all on the Q systems. I don't want to, when I go start flipping them through, I don't want to see you guys messing around on stuff that's not a Q system. And make sure you checkpoint before you start and as you work. Now, you might run out of room, so you're going to run into what Nick had yesterday. And we're probably going to have to add some more room to your hard drive. So be careful how you're doing stuff and be careful. Keep an eye on how much room you have on your host system. You might need to do some juggling if you have room somewhere else to turn stuff on and off. So besides that, I am recording this. So I'm going to start doing my help video for you guys right now. I'm not going to answer questions as I'm doing it. So let me just take this and I'm going to update. The one on the web page, just Control A, Control V, and scroll to the bottom and save. Now it's updated on the actual canvas. So right here, it's updated now. All right, cool. So with that said, let's start doing it. Let's see. Full screen that, and I only want this to be the computer I'm using. So exclusive mode. There we go. Good to go. Maybe. Server 123. Cool. So again, we're only using our QDC1, QDC2, and test bench. So first off, I only need these two. So I'm going to go start. And start that one. I'm going to manage from DC1. DC2 is going to be in core. And I'm just going to check and see what I'm looking at for storage. See, I have not a whole lot of storage over here, right? So we'll see if I run into that problem. All right. So between WSUS and WDS, WDS is going to be the easiest one to set up. So that's going to be the first one I attack. Sorry, guys, I'm a little out of it today. Sure, connect like that. I don't care. Wakey, wakey. Thank you. All right, first thing I'm checking is my bottom right-hand corner, unidentified network. That's not what I want to see. Turning off my cell phone. All right. Did it fix itself? No. So I have the first issue right there. It says unidentified network. I'm going to just head over in that direction and flip that. I should just create like a shortcut to this because it's always having an issue, right? Do that, disable, enable it. I'm waiting for that to say contoso.com or whatever your domain is what it should say right there. There we go. Now we got some functionality. I will close that. I think it's a GUI issue too because it doesn't seem to happen on the core one. It's like QDC2 is running just fine. It's online. This is online. All right. So let's get started here. I'm going to go to Tools. Well, I'm going to manage. I'm going to start adding my WDS. What's that? Well, you can finish that. What do I have on here? I have Active Directory, DHCP, DNS. Do I want WDS on here? Let's put it on 2. Let's share the workload. Windows Deployment Services. Don't do them at the same time because you might cause a problem. All right, we're good to go. that's doing that, that's doing it on the other computer. I'm going to put the update one on this computer. Windows Server Update Services. So I'm not doing them at the same time. One's going on one computer, one's going on this computer. I just don't want to do them at the same time on one computer. Now, one of the videos actually said to do this too, to do the reports. So I'm going to flip that on because it says so you can do the reports. So here we just did C/WSUS. And then next. Nope, we did not do an alternative source path. Now we hurry up and wait. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go make some changes to my test bench. This baby needs to boot from the network. There we go. So I don't accidentally try to boot off that DVD. I'm just going to remove it. Bye. And that should be all the changes I need to make to that later to do what I need to do. All right. So this got angry at me. So we'll try it again in a little bit. Usually it seems to be just the hard drives can't keep up. So we'll see what happens. So since I'm installing WDS on that other computer, right, I want to manage it from this one. So I'm going to have to install the tools from this one too. Let's see if it'll let me be nice with that. And tools are a feature. Management, admin tools. We're looking for WDS right there. That's just so I can manage that one from this one. Hopefully the microphone's working. All right, that looks like that's done. I'll wait for that to finish, then I'll try and shoot the WSUS again. Maybe I'll just put WSUS, another one on the other computer, since it didn't like this one. All right, so it says that one needs to restart. So what I'm going to do, this is done right here. I'm going to close this. And I'm going to click on DC2. I'm going to right click on it. Say restart server. That should restart DC2. I'm gonna try one more time on this one. The WSUS, just to see. It doesn't like this one. It doesn't like this one. We do have DHCP, DNS on here, so. Excuse me. It's always a good idea after you install anything just to restart it, even if it doesn't say it requires it, because it'll tend to help with some problems that you might run across. So let's see if this plays friendly this time. If it was just a try again. We'll see. Meanwhile, let's flip this over here so I can see. So it says restart pending. Excuse me, guys. Okay. It's having some issues on here. So let's just try this on the other one when it comes back online. I'll refresh. Let's see. What's the other one look like right now? It's restarted. You see it right there. It's in the process of. Let me snap. No. For some reason, mine does not let me snap this to the side of the screen. Refreshing. Oh, it's still getting. We're gonna wait for it to finish, Sean. That's kind of a reaching out for a handshake. And it's like, gotcha. No handshake. Wait for that to finish. We'll get our handshake. Just about there. Just about there. There we go. Now we should get a handshake. Look how quick that was. Handshake. All right. Well, let's see if WSUS wants to play on that one, because obviously it's not happy with this one. So, why? Because I have all the other stuff installed on here, and it's just like, no, I do not like you. So let's try this on DC2. Maybe it didn't like me clicking that. We'll find out if we have the same problem. I just won't click that, and we'll see. But this one has less stuff on it anyway, so we shouldn't have any issues. If we come up here, we can see that DC2 is doing stuff. It's at 43% CPU usage. So it's doing some happy joys. Now, if I was saying 100%, then I'd want to add some more processor power to this. I'm not seeing 100%, so we're good. It's still not liking it. What is going on with this? All right. Let's try without that other one. And we'll just set up our WDS really quick, restart, and see if that fixes it. Let's see. We're going to leave that extra net framework out of it and see if that's what's causing our problem here, since I should really just look at the log, but I don't want to. Actually, you know what? We're not going to store. I'm not going to store it locally. I'm going to try to save space since I know I'm in trouble with hard drive space. Because I'm there. So I'm just not going to store it locally on it also. So I'm just going to go like that. And if this has an issue, then who knows? We'll get to that when we get to it. on, be kind, rewind. So that worked that time. Launch post install task, yes. While that's doing that, we're going to play with the other stuff because we know that's going to take forever. So I'm going to close that. And that's happening on this computer right here. It should be, but I'm running at 40% right here. Huh. So I'm going to go up to the WDS. I still need to install the WSUS so I can manage that one with WSUS. Well, I thought I installed it on here. Here it is. There we go. So I'm going to add the other server to this. Just hit browse. I'm just trying to cheat. I know. Here we go. We're going to go to configure the server. Integrated with Active Directory. Cool with that. That's okay. Just leave defaults. That's okay. I know it's not perfect, but it's what we're going to run with today. Here, we want to respond to everything. We don't want to require admin approval. I know. The service did not respond timely. Yeah. Because I'm doing a lot at one time. That's okay. It's okay, because I just right-click on it, and we go All Tasks, and we say Start. It's no big deal. Look at that. It started just fine. Because it didn't start timely, it didn't give us the thing to add our images. So we have to do it manually, which ain't hard. Find our install image first. Let's just call this Q. Why can't I delete? Okay. I'm obviously stressing out my system. Q images. That works for me. Browse. So it tells you exactly where to look and where to get stuff right here. If you can't read quietly, read out loud and you'll understand what this says right here. It tells you DVD in the sources folder. Nothing's complicated about where you should be looking. If you're doing install images, you're picking the install. If you're doing boot images, you're picking boot. All right? Again, it says sources right there. I'm doing install right now, so I'm going to pick that install. And I'm going to say next. So to save some storage on my computer, since I know I'm going to run out of room, and I'm only going to use one of these anyway, let me just pick standard GUI. That works for me. So uncheck these other ones because I'm just trying to save storage. I'm trying to think ahead because, again, remember, I'm almost out of space. Almost out of space. How many of those did I open? There we go. And remember, I'm doing this on this computer, but it's actually, everything's on DC2. I'm just managing it from DC1. Might take a little bit because DC2 is also doing the other thing I asked it to do. Refresh really quick. So you see right here, it's having issues talking to Windows Update. That's the error message that they were getting over there. Which means that's probably not what they use anymore on Windows Update. So we'll finish this up, and then we'll take a look at that once we get this guy going. The time is 9:36. So 36 minutes into this, almost done, guys. Almost done. Just depending on how much time it's going to take for these hurry up and wait moments. So I still need to add my boot image. So when this is done, I'll add my boot image to the system. Now, if you recall, we had an issue with the boot image from the 2012 R2, right? So the issue we had is it didn't work worth a shit with the capture system. It had an error message every time we tried to capture. So we had to steal the boot image from the Windows 10, right? So we don't have to do that on this. Just keep that in mind. Make sure that's in your notes that run into that problem where you can't capture a system, try a boot image from a different resource. The boot image won't take as long as this. She's working hard. 45%, 46%. Phone just turned on its own. That's an interesting one. I bet it still worked. Yeah, there we go. It's there. Now to boot images. Add a boot image. Same thing. DVD sources folder. DVD is usually the one that says DVD. And then boot. Open. Next. Okay. So that one's all said and done. So that's in there. So we got an install image and a boot image, and our server's got the play button, so we're good to go. We should be good to go. We'll find out if that's the real reality here. There's something else I want to do, so I'm going to properly shut down that server. I don't know why I just closed that. Let me go back in there. All right. I'm just remoting over to it really quick. PowerShell. Oh, I need an N in there, guys. I missed an N. I will never be on Wheel of Fortune, ever. Is it shut down? /S. They need to add numbers to Wheel of Fortune. I'd like to buy a 1. I buy DC2. At some point. It might take a while. Let's just see if it kicks us out. We'll try to log in just to see. It should kick us out. Oh, it's shutting down. It's shut down. All right, I'm shutting it down because I'm going to make a change to the network on here. So I'm going to go to settings. So what we've figured out is we want this to actually be on our external for the next part we're going to do, the WSUS part. So this needs to be external virtual switch, and then we need to add an internal one, and we need to flip which one has the static IP. So we go OK on that. OK. Not OK. Not OK, Sean. Still need to add the other one. Add network adapter. Add. There we go. Make sure this one's connected to Q private. And apply. Turn it back in. Now I'm going to want to go in there and fix some things. So And it's always good to restart and shut down and stuff after you've done new installs on them, just so everything's refreshed and the cache is cleared. So we'll let that turn back on. It might take it a little bit. It's got a lot of stuff on it now. Luckily, it has no GUI stuff to load, so we should be good to go. I kind of just shot myself in the foot for remote managing this, though, so I'm going to have to come over here and do it. I could try it. Might still hit it with the QDC2 stuff here. We'll find out. We'll try it, and then I'll show you why it doesn't work if it doesn't work. Remember, I just flipped them. So the static IP is on the external network, and it's got a DHCP on the internal network, and I want to flip those. So let's see. Let's see if this has an issue. It will have an issue. I want to go back to the happy joy joys. There we are. Let's see. It might be able to hit it with the DHCP. I mean the DNS, but who knows? I'm pretty sure it's going to try to hit it with the static IP, which it can't do right now. So we're going to get an error message over here. So I'm going to flip. I could cheat and look at my DHCP, but then, you know, it's cheating. Yep, self problem over there. So we're just going to log in over here. And we're going to do our sconfig and do our settings really quick and flip everything. Oh, I don't have to do it that way because I'm in minimum. But I'll do it this way anyway. All right, so network settings is going to be 8. So 10, I want to put that. So I'm on 10.0.0.2. The other one's got 169. So we're going to say 10. Set network adapter 1. DHCP. All right, that one's good. Now we want to go to 4. Go back to networks on 8. We're going to do 14. Set network adapter, static, 10.0.0.2. Correct, guys? And then whatever that is, and we didn't do a gateway. And then we need to set the DNS, right? 2. Not 21. 2. Which is 10. No. 127.0.0.1. All right. And then 10. Oh, that's a question mark. 0.0.1. Lots of ones right here. All righty. So that looks good. That looks good. We're going to go 4. All right. Come over here, and we're going to see if we get some walking talking now. Let me come over here. I'm going to close this for a second. I have this tool right in front of me. Let's just make sure everything's what it needs to do. That looks correct. That looks correct. Okay, so we'll just take read of that. So I'm going to say 13. Restart it. And in 6 years, we'll be there. 6 years and 1 day. Clear this out. All right, we're going to install our WSUS while we're waiting for that. Management tools. Under features. Come on, come on, come on. Move, 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 move. There we go. Hopefully I'm not losing anybody yet. There we go. Close that. Let's see. Can we refresh now? It's not refreshing. Let's see. So let's just see if we can talk to it. Sean, you broke it. All right, let's see. Let's just double check over here. See what's going on. Did you take my changes? You get grumpy? Nope, it worked. It worked. See, it found it. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to, what was it, 8? Click over here. Next. You guys want to try and synchronize from my? It's not going to work from update. It's not going to. We're going to do this from 410-SLS. That's my host computer. Which is also why I ran out of storage on that hard drive. I downloaded all the updates. We don't use a proxy. We're going to hit next. We're going to do start connecting, and hopefully our stars align. And we don't have Romeo and Juliet killing each other. Oh, I'm waiting on that. Let's see how angry we can make this computer. I don't know why that stuff's on right now. I did not turn it on. I turned it off earlier. So let's turn it off improperly. Let's break it. I plan on deleting them anyways. So there we go. All right, go to our test bench. Connect to that. Probably why I was running out of resources. All that stuff was running. Go start on my Q bench, and hopefully it gets an IP address. And it's like, hey, buddy. Yep, there's an IP address right there. And there's WDS. Look at that work. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Don't ever tell anyone. I don't. Expectations. You don't want them. Looks like that's working because it's taking forever. We don't have that error message yet. The time is now 9:56. So I will upload this to YouTube, and I'm also recording in the Zoom too. So you have two sources to look at this if you guys are getting lost. Looks like that's done. Hey, it worked. All right, next. Synchronize manually. Begin initial synchronization. And more stuff to set up. Assign group policies, all that stuff. You have to do that for this to work. Configure auto approval rules, stuff like that. So I'm going to hit finish. We'll worry about that later. We'll just do some syncing up and then we'll approve stuff. Meanwhile, we'll come over here and do this while we're waiting for that. All right. I hate typing. Control-/admin because I made that account because I hate typing. And there's only one in there because I only put one in there because I was trying to save space on my hard drive because I guarantee you this is going to eat up. No, this ain't going to. I told this not to download stuff, so that should be good. So all this, remember, Shift F10. We can do disk part, one word, enter, select disk 0 because we only have one disk on here. Spell it right though. And that helps. And then you can just type clean, and then exit, and then I can do exit again. And then come over here, do refresh. There should be nothing on this hard drive now. Say bye-bye, adios amigo. How you doing? Next. All right. Don't mind if I do. Now it's waiting for the server to say hello. The server goes, hold it. I'm trying to say hello to someone else right now. I might give you some problems because I'm trying to sync up right here. It's in sync, right? So let's see what's going on here. The server's like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm busy. So putting both of these on the same server, probably not the best choice if you're doing stuff at the same time. But what are the odds you're going to push updates and do WDS installations at the same time? So slim to none. There it goes. It grabbed it. And this is also at 10% synchronization, so that's a good sign. Since I told it not to download, it's just going to point to everything, and the computer should pull from the other computer. But it should go through this one. So we'll see. I don't expect it to work on the 2012 R2 side on the test one. I just expect to set up the GPOs. And now we're at hurry up and wait. How's everybody doing in class? I don't see. You guys are being quiet. It's kind of odd without Damon interrupting and having to put the volume down. Okay, cool. Hopefully it's helping you guys. So again, yes, I wanted you guys to struggle and have issues yesterday, because then today you'll have a higher probability of remembering this stuff again. You remember a little bit more than you did before. We just got to keep doing it, keep practicing. Practice makes perfect, right? And perfect doesn't exist. Something bit me right on my temple. How rude. How are we looking out on space? That's my worrisome view. Stop asking me that. Jeez. Space check. If I run into a problem, it's going to be because I don't have space. Somehow I have more space than I did earlier. Those other systems running must have been taking up a lot of space. It said like 50 something or 40 some gigabytes earlier. So worst case scenario, I have 36 on here, and I could move one over if it's one that doesn't take up much room. Like this one won't. This one needs at least like 20 something to run. So, keeping my eyes on my resources, which is not a problem you guys would have ran into in the 410. You did run into that problem though on the Windows 10 class in the Certify, because they didn't leave you any room to do anything. Yes, install a virtual machine, but we didn't leave you any room to install the virtual machine. I forgot that I pre-mapped the tech house on your guys' computers too. Completely forgot about that. Right there. That's actually mapped to Tech House 3 to get your stuff. 65%. Woohoo, 67. Considering I'm synchronizing and installing off of one network connection, it's okay. It's probably a 10 megabit a second connection anyway. So next, I'm going to have to set up the GPOs on the domain. I could be doing that right now, to be honest. So let's do that. Let's not waste time, right? Hey, buddy. I'm in DC1. All right, close, close, close. Hey, you. We know you're working right, so just say it's working. Huh? You really don't like that name resolution, do you? Whatever. We know it's working because I'm managing it from this one already. So don't trust Windows. DTW. All right. All right. We'll go to group policy management. All right. So we have domains. This is we're going to do stuff in here. So here's the question. Can you make a new organizational unit from this side? Right there, you can. So create an organizational unit. I'm just going to call it Q-TestBench. I definitely don't want to apply stuff to everything. And I still have my Q-test users in here too from our earlier one, where we applied GPOs to just user accounts. So I need to wait for the other computer to actually do something. And I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to say create a GPO in this domain and link it here because I only wanted to apply to that OU. I'm just going to call this Windows Update. All right, there we go. I'll drop that, go to it. It's also going to be down here in GPOs. I'm going to go edit. This is why I'm waiting for the other one to install. This is under computer configuration. We're going to go to policies, administrative templates. Once you go in here a few times, you realize this, they're really, you're going to start to realize where you want to go and where you don't want to go. At the very bottom, Windows Update. So the one that says intranet, that's the first one I'm looking for. And I hate being dyslexic because this stuff drives me nuts. Freaking newts. Freaking newts, guys. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Get out of here. Right there. That one. So for now, let's see, enable. I'm going to use the IP address. I'm going to do http:// and I'm just going to use the IP address of it. If we are having DNS issues, this won't care about the DNS issues if we go straight to the IP. Why am I double dotting? I want some dot ice cream. 2 : and I believe it's 8530 or something. I don't remember. My mind just went blank. Is it 8530? Anybody in the chat? Fine. I'll go look. The port number. I forgot what the port number is. Is it 8530? Is that what it was? I still had it open. I don't remember closing it, but whatever. I know I'm asking a lot of you. Will you forgive me? If you don't know, you can just look over here and it'll say right here. Port number. Right there. Eventually. Right there. Here, I'll just leave my mouse there. Let's see if I called it. Probably just a hair over the top of it. Yeah, I think it's 8530. I don't want to wait for it. If it's not, I can go back there and change it, right? And then same thing at the bottom. And the other one we want to do is configure automatic updates. What's the number one do? I don't see a number one option. I'll work with that one for now. All right, and what else is there? Always automatically restart at the scheduled time. Enable Windows Update Power Management to automatically wake up the system to install scheduled updates. Hey, that's not a bad one. All right, I think we're good for that one. So this is going to be a global one. So there we go. So actually, I probably don't want to apply this one just to Q-TestBench. This is one I probably want to apply to the domain, to Contoso. I'm going to say link an existing GPO, WSUS updates. That's why I named it. And that's going to apply on the domain level. Also. And now we should be done over here. Just about. All right. Will it auto join the domain? We have a 50-50 chance of that working, right? Let's see. Just a little bit tired, guys. Just a little bit. Anyone who's watching this on YouTube, I'm doing this for my class and not for you. All right, so that's good for that. So let me just close out the stuff I don't need right now. I'll need it later, but for now, close stuff we don't need. We know that's working, so we can close that. I'm going to see if I just need to re-add. Oh, it's showing it's working now. See? Just don't trust. A lot of times this refresh just doesn't work. It's pretty stupid. So a simple component like that just doesn't work. So what we're going to look is we're going to peek our little nose into users and computers and see if that shows up in here. I have my John Doe, my Jane Doe, my admin from previously. Remember, I made admin because I hate typing administrator. All right. We're looking for new computers to show up in here. Looks like it did. Looks like we have an admin 1 sitting in here. it's probably the one that's just joining it right now. When we rename it, that's going to say Q-TestBench-2. I wish I could just rename them right here. Okay. I know. I understand. I understand. It's cool. I understand. Don't get grumpy. I hope you guys are learning something from this class. What can go wrong? You know, some troubleshooting. Uh, Yvonne's gonna be more like, you know, going through the book stuff, which I don't want to focus too much on this one doing that. I want you to get as much hands on so you're ready for him, because you're gonna do the exact same stuff that's in this book in your two more of your classes, the exact same stuff. So my goal is that you're ready, that you know how to do the Hyper-V stuff. You know how to get in there. You know how to troubleshoot it. If you see an error message, like, you know, it says error message, critical error, you might know now that that means, hey, I'm out of hard drive space. Maybe I need to go fix that. Or maybe I need to manage what I'm doing a little bit differently. Speaking of that, I see something in my trash can up here, so let's empty that. Bye-bye. Man, you know, this is like when, it's probably why I'm divorced now, but this is like when my wife was getting ready. So I'm getting ready. So I just go out, go get some food, eat, and come back, and she's still in the bathroom. And literally, as I come in the door, she's like, "All right, I'm ready." I'm like, "All right, I already ate. I already went out and did everything." Like 2 hours later, brought her some food back. A lot of times I had to, because I knew she'd take 2 hours, and the restaurant was closing in 30 minutes. So, like, well, let me just go plan ahead. I know what's gonna happen here. But my wife, because she was from Thailand, but she's from like high class, you know, like the richer part of Thailand. So she would not go out unless she was dressed to the T. She could be going to a public bathroom and she'd have to have a dress and makeup and everything on. And then after she got her green card, she flipped to animal print spandex, and that's all she was wearing. Like, oh, what just happened here? What to do with the lady I married? You got your green card. You're like, screw you, boy. I'm out of here. Uh, Damn, this is taking forever, guys. Can I do anything to have fun with this? Hey, where's my screen share stuff? Let me out. Let me out of the machine. Do any of you have DP ports on your laptops? Who would like to be able to connect to a VGA monitor? I have 6 DP adapters to VGA. So if any of you need any, let me know. I got them for free. We need them all the time in the classroom because they always break. So I could probably get mini DV. I can look around. Oh, mini DP. I didn't get mini DPs. I just got regular DP. But I did get one that's USB-C to DP, which works freaking awesome with my MSI Stealth laptop. It's nice having it all in one cable, no adapter. Just plug it in and go. Just leave it plugged into the monitor, and I set my laptop down, plug it in, flip it over, done. I'm gonna try and grab an HDMI one also. My computer has HDMI, so the laptop does. But I could probably run 3 or 4 monitors off of it. Where is that laptop anyway? Oh, it's right there. All right. Wow. Well, this is taking longer than I thought it would, but it is what it is. It's because of its download and stuff too. So it's actually doing all the GPOs and connecting and doing all that stuff in the background right now. So it looks like DC2 is doing all the work right now. Let's look at DC2. How are you doing, DC? There's no point in looking at it. We got to look at it from DC1, right? All right. Can I change it from here? I don't think I can type anything right here. No, I can't. There's the actual system unique ID right there. Yep, that's going to be it. It just needs to finish. Come on, finish. You finish? Hey, me love you? Yeah? No? Yeah? No? So when I do my security GPOs, we're going to move him down to the test bench so that those GPOs only apply to admin. Or Q-TestBench-2 when it's done doing its thing. Oh man, I'm out of milk. That sucks. I think I have a package sitting in front of my house. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now you're going to be done? Okay, I won't be right back. Is it restarting? It's restarting. All right, I will be right back. It's going to take a second. I have 10 packages getting delivered tomorrow. All right, let's set this up really quick. Another 10 the day after that. I'm going to suck on taxes this year. Now, I plan on taking a lot of this stuff and auctioning it off and then using the money to help pay for the Blocks of Knowledge nonprofit stuff. So. Everything else should already be set up on this. Yep, there we go. Actually, let's make sure. Nope, it didn't. It didn't join the domain, so that's weird. I must have made a test computer. A different one. Huh. Or maybe it's going to join it right here. Who knows? I have a lot of grow lights, though, guys. A lot. Yeah, Windows is expired. I know. But hey, that's a good sign. Contoso.com. No internet? Yeah, we know how to fix that. We'll fix that later. All right. All right. All right. So now we're on our Q-test bench. This is the first. Just say admin 1 right there. So I think it just didn't join properly. Something went wrong with joining. So let's join it really quick. I'll do what I'm not supposed to do. Let me just do it all at one time. Ah! 2. Q-TestBench-2. Q sounds like 2. And we're joined Montoso. Because we set everything up right when we did our quiz the first time. Wow. Hands were on the wrong row. I might have fat fingered that too. Ugh. Does anyone know somewhere where they make like a larger keyboard for like bigger fingers? Because that would be awesome. Just like, a 20% bigger key. I'm going to call Logitech and say, hey, can you guys make me a mouse with a fingerprint authenticator built into the buttons? Then I can just sit down, touch my mouse, and log into my computer. That would be awesome. How come we don't have that? And then when I walk away, it unlocks. It'll lock my computer if I'm not touching my mouse. That'd be cool. Don't care. My mouse is already expensive. It's the Bluetooth Logitech Blue Thumball one. You can connect to 2 computers at one time. And it can treat both computers like it's a split screen. So you can actually drag stuff from one screen to the other, but it's 2 separate computers. It shouldn't be too expensive though. I mean, they can. It fits into a cell phone. No, I don't care about that. Applying security policy to the system. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. All right, let's make sure we can log in. We come over here. We go. The other reason why I did admin, because I hate when I do administrator. See how it flips it to your local login, and you have to do @contoso, blah, blah, blah. That's why I just created another admin account. Screw it. I just don't like that. I've been hurt before. Okay, Q-test. You look like you're up and running. DC2. I don't need to look at you. Goodbye. You're up and running just fine. Trying to manage everything. Technically, I can manage from this computer if I put everything on the same network. Are they all on the same network? They might be. Here, let me refresh this. There we go. That's how I'm gonna know if you did it right. Q-TestBench, Q-TestBench-2. That just must have been a different one I did. I joined. Oh, I just think I joined this network on accident one time. That's what that was. I had my PM class on the wrong network. All right, so that's working. That's working. That's up and happy joys. Goodbye, you. All right. Goodbye, you. All right, so that's up and running. This is up and running. We're going to do something really quick to this now that it's connected. We're just going to confirm everything's how we want it. Again, we can do the same thing with Windows 10. But for our purposes, 2012 R2 doesn't know what the hell Windows 10 is unless we run updates on it. So we have to manually input those GPOs for every version of Windows 10 to manage them. So not very fun. So you'll notice in that video I sent you guys on there that it's got he's doing Windows 10 and there's a lot more in there because there's like I think 50,000 GPOs for Windows 10. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna shut this down. Actually, before I do, let me see if there is a problem. Check in for updates only using managed update service. Hey, what does that tell me? That tells me the GPO worked, right? Now, is it gonna update? I haven't approved any, so let's see what happens here. Managed by your system administrator. It should get an error message or something. So I haven't approved anything. So, but that just shows it was done right, though. It says right there that it's being managed. That's how I know your GPO was set. Maybe it is gonna find something. Who knows? Huh. Anyways, so your next thing after you have that, you can go through here and make sure this is all right. Checklist, right? Quiz 1. Just because we already did it once doesn't mean you got to not remember it. Come over here, we turn on that. That allows enhanced to work. think that's everything. We need to activate it, right? So I'm gonna do something. Let's shut this down. You're gonna mess up with that? Who cares? That appears to actually be doing something. I mean, it's taking forever. So I'm gonna shut this down. Continue. I told it just to look for updates, but then we tell it to download them because I didn't want it to take up more room on my one hard drive. Stuff starts to multiply quick. All right, cool. What I am going to do is I'm going to flip those hard. I'm going to add another network adapter just like I did on the other one. I'm going to put this one on Q private, and this one's going to be on internet, like external. It's DHCP, so I don't have to change anything inside. Now, yeah, so I just want to get it to activate, and then I'll take it off of that other one. Because if we all have the same name computers, it's going to be a problem, right? I keep on going to the bottom looking for the stuff. I keep on forgetting it's up there at the top. It's still thinking. Waiting for it. Waiting for it. Let's go online and see if that'll trigger it to activate. It says I'm slow. So, and just for giggles, you can add it over here if you want. But I mean, it's not, you're not using it as a server. So sure, let's download the newest Edge. Why not? Actually, uh, okay, okay. As you can tell, it's running slow. It's probably doing the updates in the background. How does it do that? All right, well, I don't need to actually download that, but huh? Is there a difference? Is there a difference, Microsoft? Or did you just like it so much you pasted it twice? I'll pick that one. No. You're going to be a pain, aren't you? Why? Why? Don't make me force you. I will force you. All right. So, after we got all that, that's all working, blah, blah, blah. Now we get to do the security GPOs. I'm not going to show you. I don't want you to copy mine. I want you to find them on your own. But I'll give you a good hint on the start part. So first we need to come up to users and computers, right? So we made this Q-TestBench. We're going to put Q-TestBench-2 into Q-TestBench right there. Now it lives in that OU. So when I link a GPO to that OU, it'll be applied to whoever's sitting inside of here. Good to go. Done with that part. All right, now we're going to go to Tools and we're going to go to Group Policy Management. Right there. Q. Right there. All right. Drop that. Q-TestBench. Right click on that, and I'm going to say create a GPO in this domain and link it here. I'm going to call this security. Or secure. Secure works. Secure. Secure this. We should turn on BitLocker and stuff. That'd be fun. Cool. So now it's right here. Secure this. We're going to edit it. So for users, we go into users. We can go to, actually, let's go to policies. Preferences need to be, they only change when you restart or relog in. Policies apply to everything. So let's see. Desktop. Desktop. Enable active desktop. Disable active desktop. Prohibit changes. Ooh. Let's be mean. So let's disable active desktop. Disable it. Oh no, enable disable. That's confusing, right? I'm going to enable the disable. Does this have anything to do with security? Nah, I'm just doing it. Prohibit changes? Yeah, sure, you can't change your desktop. This is a comprehensive setting that locks down the configurations you established by using other policies in the folder. This setting removes the web tab from display in control panel. As a result, users cannot enable or disable active desktop. All right. Desktop wallpaper. Okay, we can do this. So let's go Notepad. I mean Paint. 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 Where are you? There you are. Really? Custom. Costume. Me. Huh? Yeah. Whatever. All right. This is not a security policy. I'm just applying it. All right. Now I'm just going to go see if that actually does anything. I'll have to restart it for it to do it. I'm not sure if that'll work on a server, so we'll see. I didn't read it enough to... Did I close everything? I closed everything. I dum-dums. All right. Huh. That's assuming that BMP could be a background. We'll find out. The other things should work. I can't type though. So none of those were security policies. So I was just showing you that's how we can apply them. So that video I sent you should give you an idea on what security policies. Open and do the background. Can I change the background? But it doesn't help that I'm on as an administrator though, huh? Let's see. Let's see if that's gonna... And I don't think it's gonna let me put... No, it will, because I don't have anything installed on this. Other user. Boy. I don't think it likes it. Okay. It activated though, so. It might not apply to servers, what I did. So. Oh. It is missing the customize my background. It is gone. So that worked. Yeah, I can't change the background, so. I just don't think that picture applies to server. I think it meant like Windows 8.1, stuff like that. So, but desktop experience, it might show it on here. So I think I'll leave it at that. Hopefully that helps you guys get to where you need to get. And I am going to stop recording as soon as I can get out of this.